exhausted, hard to get through my day after 11:30 or 12 o'clock. I was just completely done at the middle of the day. There was no workouts. I mean, I did not go to the gym. I think before I started my treatment, it had probably been 15 or 20 years since I've been to the gym. I just did not go. I went to work. Work is all I could manage to do, and I could barely manage to do that. You know, my physical activity was at a minimum. I go fishing, but even then, trying to go fishing and then having the energy to clean the fish once I got home was non-existent. I was just completely exhausted. You know, just trying to do basic recreational activities, hiking, walking, jogging, anything like that was just, just got at my wit's end. You know, I knew that, you know, I felt like I was dying. You know, I felt like everything was going downhill, that nothing was going to get better, that I had to do something about it. You know, I had to give something a try. I didn't know for sure that anything would work, but I felt like if I didn't try, you know, to do something, I just did some general research. I basically found it on Google, looking for places that did testosterone replacement after I did some research. What I really liked is that they were local, that if I needed to talk to somebody, that I could talk to somebody, that they have a number that I can text if I have a question, if I have concern about how I'm feeling or my dosaging, or if I had a problem with my injection or something of that sort, that they were available, you know, for all of that. Where a lot of these other places online and stuff, man, you know, customer service is pretty much non-existent. It was very good. It was very good. They're very knowledgeable. They answered all my questions, and I had quite a few, you know, because I'd never been through any of this kind of stuff. And as I said before, I had problems with needles also. So, you know, that was the whole thing. Am I going to be able to do this? You know, and it turns out I was able to do it. So, but they were very friendly, very kind, easy to talk to, and like I said, they guided me step by step, you know, how to do this stuff. Even when it came to getting my medication, my first injection, showing me how to do it, and then they were so thorough. I haven't had a problem since. So it's been very good. Changes, definitely have more energy. As I said, I went from not going to the gym. I go to the gym 2 to 3 times a week, and have gone 2 to 3 times a week for the last 8 months. I have a lot more energy. I'm sleeping better. My vertigo is almost non-existent, and my queasiness to needles and such is almost non-existent at this point. I have gained almost 15 pounds. I've lost body fat and definitely gained quite a bit of muscle mass in the process also. I feel like a new person. You know, I no longer feel like I'm dying. I feel like I'm living again. You know, I literally feel like I'm 30, not 50. My birthday's next week. I'm gonna be 50 years old next Saturday. I do not feel 50. That doesn't look like a 50-year-old, you know? And as a matter of fact, my brother's coming down. I'm talking to him about it. He had his testosterone tested up there from his doctor. He was at 203. 203, and they gave him something, brought him back up, and then cut him off. So no doubt he's right back where he was. So I absolutely would refer people to that place, not only because of their customer service, but because of how it's helped me. You know, if I can be an assistance in changing someone else's life, like this has changed my life, I'm all in.